Maybe I could learn to live with this thing. Hang it someplace.
Mr. Warbucks,
Oh, and Mrs. Pugh.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wonderful.
Idaho potatoes.
Wonderful.
New England clam chowder.
Wonderful. Actually, I won't be having dinner tonight. I have loads of paperwork to get through.
Wonderful.
Grace, I'll need you for dictation.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's good to see you all again.
Sir.
Drake dismissed the staff. Grace, if you'll kindly get your notebook and... Who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks, the orphan who will be with us for the Christmas holidays.
The orphan? But she's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir, but you just said orphan, so I chose a girl.
Well, I guess she'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Sir?
What's your last name, child?
Oh, I haven't got any last names, sir. Mr. Warbucks, that I know of.
So just Annie, huh?
Just Annie. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
I don't suppose you'd like to meet Babe Ruth?
Oh boy, sure. Who's Babe Ruth?
Annie, I couldn't be happier that you'd be spending Christmas with us. Grace, we'll start with the figures on the iron ore shipments from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
It is her first night here, sir.
It is? Oh. Well, Annie, it's your first night here, and I guess we ought to do something special for you. Why don't you sit down?
A movie.
Would you like to go to a movie?
Gosh, sure, Mr. Warbucks. I'd love to. I mean, I've heard a lot about them, but I've never been to one.
Never?
No, sir.
Well, then we've got to do something about that right away. And nothing but the best for you, Annie. You'll go to the Roxy, then an ice cream soda at Rumpelmeyer's and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Golly!
Grace, forget about the dictation for tonight. We'll do it in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, you will take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Aw, gee.
Something the matter, Annie?
Oh, nothing, sir. It's just that... Aw, gee.
No, what is it, child? You don't want to go to the Roxy?
No, I want to. It's just that, well, I thought you were going to take me.
Me? Oh, no, I'm afraid I'm way too busy
Aw, gee.
You see, Annie, I've been away for 6 weeks, making an inspection tour of my factories. Lots of my factories with this damn depression. And when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, sure. I know. That's okay, Mr. Warbucks. I understand.
Excuse me, sir. Bernard, we're calling.
Good. Hello, Barney? Yes, just got in. No, Detroit, Chicago. Barney, I didn't like what I saw. Factory shut down. My factory shut down. You're darn tootin' when I'm not making money, nobody is. And gosh darn it, Barney, your pal Roosevelt has got to do something drastic. He's got to come up with a new approach, a new plan, a new something. Yes, I know he's a Democrat, but he's a human being too. Good, come over tonight. We can talk about I can show you Listen, Barney, come over tomorrow. Tonight I've got a date to go to the movies with a 10-year-old girl.
11.
I was mistaken. She's 11. Bye, Barney. Drake? Yes, sir. Coats. Grace, you'll come too, of course.
Yes, sir.
Will you be taking the Bentley or
The Duesenberg.
Excellent choice, sir.
No, wait. This child's been picked up in an orphanage. No Duesenberg. We'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy?
Sure, why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir.
Ah, smell that. Marvelous. Fifth Avenue bus fumes. There's no air like the air of New York. and you don't realize how much you miss it. The whole damn city, until you've been away from it for a while. Like the man says, after New York, every place else is Beaumont.
Beaumont? Where the hell's Beaumont?
NYC. What is it about you? You're big, you're loud, you're tough. NYC. I go years without you. Then I can't get enough of cab drivers answering back in language borrowed. Enough of frankfurters answering back. Oh, brother, you know you're in NYC. Too busy, too crazy, too hot, too cold, too late. I popcorn. What do you guys say to some popcorn? Why, I haven't had popcorn.
Okay.
Give in. Don't fight. Good girl.
Good night.
Sleep tight. In N. Y. C.
Come on, Mom's gonna kill us.
Ouch!
And now, for Ma first. Well, at last, is Ma learning the truth about her cousins. The particular point of issue is whether cousin Sylvester lied to Ma. Lied to face.
You lied, Ma!
Really heavy.
Yeah?
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Oh, yeah. Farrell. You're early. Only 1 week. What's the matter? Warbucks fed up with Annie already?
Oh no, on the contrary. Mr. Warbucks is delighted with Annie, and Annie is having the time of her life.
How nice.
Yes, she and Mr. Warbucks are practically inseparable. They go everywhere together. To the Roxy, to the stock exchange. Oh, guess where they had lunch just yesterday?
The Waldorf?
The Automat.
The Automat?
And she just loves her new coat. She never takes it off.
Never.
Never. Miss Hannigan, I know you're busy, but this has to be signed and sent back to... That's mine. And sent back to Mr. Donatelli at the Board of Orphans by no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What for?
Because Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie that... Guess what?
What?
He wants to adopt her.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, it's so neat! Oh, we can't see her anymore. Sorry, good news, that we're still here. Let's look.
How nice. How wonderful. Now, let me get this wonderful news straight. Annie is going to be getting adopted by Warbucks. She's going to be the daughter of a millionaire.
Oh, no, the daughter of a billionaire.
A billionaire.
And Mr. Warbucks asked me to drop by in person to tell you that Annie won't be coming back here ever.
Ever? My. Would you excuse me for one moment, please? Got any more wonderful news?
I told you about the coat, didn't I?
Oh, you told me about the coat.
Well, then good day, Miss Hannigan, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Oops, pardon me, kiddo. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Oh God, Rooster! It never rains, but it pours.
Mwah.
They finally let you out of Sing Sing, huh?
Yeah, I got 6 months off for good behavior.
I'll bet. What was it this time?
Some old geezer from Yonkers said I swindled him at $1,100.
And why do you say that?
Because the rooster swindled him out $1,100.
Wow.
It's true.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
Joyzy City?
Joyzy City. Miss Lily St. Regis.
Named after the hotel.
Which floor?
Don't you just love Lily, sis?
Yeah, I'm nuts about her. Hey, Rooster, do me a favor.
Anything.
Get out of here and take the St. Regis with you.
Come on, sis!
Kid, looking for another handout, huh?
Nah. I got $80 coming in the mail. Thursday. But I will need a 10 to tide me over.
Not even a nickel for the subway, Rooster.
Fiver, Aggie.
$5. Oh, God, I gotta laugh. You with all your big talk. Gonna be living in clover.
This ain't exactly Buckingham Palace.
Oh, yeah? I'm on the city. Steady salary, free food, free gas and electric. I'm doing all right.
Sis, you're doing like I'm doing.
Lousy.
Aggie. How'd the two Hannigan kids ever end up like this? On the skids. I remember the way our sainted mother would sit and croon us her lullaby.
She'd say, kids, there's a place that's like no other. You've got to get there before you die.
You don't get there by playing from the rule.
No, you stack the aces.
You load the dice.
Mother dear, oh, we know you're down there listening. How can we follow your sweet advice, dear?
Hey, Aggie, who was the kiddo I bumped into on the way in?
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks, the millionaire?
No, the billionaire, you dumb hotel! Him up in his mansion on 5th Avenue.
Fifth Avenue. He don't live on Fifth Avenue.
You don't? Where does he live?
Aggie, what did that dame want?
She gave me the wonderful news that Annie, one of the orphans from here, Annie, God, I hate that kid, Annie! Is gonna be getting adopted by Warbucks. Gotta have everything. That rotten kid is gonna have everything.
Honey orphan living in the lap of luxury. It ain't fair.
Nah, it ain't fair.
It ain't fair how we scrounge for 3 or 4 bucks.
Mr. President, I'll grant you that Barney Baroka and I aren't exactly standing on bread lines yet. No, I'm not asking for your help. I've never asked for any man's help, and I never will, but I'm telling you that you've got to do something and do it damn fast. Good, we'll talk about it on
Friday.
Friday, at the White House. Goodbye, mister. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper Christmas Eve on your way to Hyde Park? Good. I'm delighted. Goodbye, Mr. President. If I thought he was going to say yes, I would have never asked. Grace, call Al Smith and ask him what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the package from Tiffany's?
Yes, sir, arrived this morning.
Good. I'm going to give this thing to Annie and then tell her I want to adopt her. Where is Annie?
She's upstairs in her room, sir, writing another letter to her friends at the orphanage. I'll have Drake on her.
Fine. Damn.
You don't have to be nervous, sir. She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
You're damn right she is. And I'm not nervous. Just get her down here.
Yes, sir. Drake, Mr. Warbucks will see Annie now.
Miss Annie, Mr. Warbucks will see you now.
Thank you, Mr. Drake. Hello.
Hello, Annie. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. Listen, Annie. The time has come for us to have a very serious discussion.
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
Sure.
I was born into a very poor family in what is known as Hell's Kitchen, right here in New York. Both of my parents died before I was 10, and I made a promise to myself that someday, one way or another, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
By the time I was 23, I had made my first million. In 10 years, that turned into 100 million. Boy, in those days, that was a lot of money. Well, anyway, making money is all I ever gave a damn about. And I might as well tell you this. I was ruthless to those I had to climb over on the way to the top, because I've always believed in one thing. You don't have to be nice to those you climb over as long as you're not coming back down. But lately I've realized something. No matter how many Rembrandts or Duesenbergs you got, if you have no one to share it with, you're alone. Well, then you might as well be broken back in Hell's Kitchen. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
Good.
Kind of.
Kind of?
I guess not.
Damn! I was in Tiffany's the other day and I picked this thing up for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. You're so nice to me.
I had it engraved.
Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket. I noticed that old broken one you were wearing and I said to myself, I'm gonna get that kid a nice new locket.
Gosh, thank you, Mr. Warbucks. Thank you very much.
Here, if we just take this old one off.
No, no, please don't make me take my locket off. I don't want a new one.
What's wrong, Annie?
This locket, my mother and father left it with me when they left me at the orphanage. There was a note, too. They're coming back for me. And I know being here with you for Christmas, I'm real lucky, but I don't know how to say it. The one thing I want in all the world more than anything else is to find my mother and father, to be like the other kids, with folks of my own.
Annie, it'll be all right. I'll find them for you. I'll find your parents for you.
Baby.
I'll get her a brandy.
It's going to be all right.
Miss Annie, anyone can find your mom and dad? Mr. Warbucks is your man.
Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father. If he has to pull every political string there is to pull, up and including the White House.
League of Nations!
If he should leave the FBI, then he will have the FBI with all the favors that he's done. J. Edgar Hoover owes him one.
Edgar, Warbucks. I need 50 of your best G-men. A day, weeks, months, or however long it takes. Put them on vacation and I'll pay for it. I'll pay all costs. When can I have them? Tomorrow morning. Oh, and Jay, I want Elliot next. Well, just take him off the Capone case.
I
understand, but it could be our best clue. The FBI is going to trace where it was bought and then find out who bought it.
Okay. And maybe the FBI should have my note, too.
You watch, Annie. You may be meeting your mother and father within a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh, boy. I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And Mr. Warbucks says that I'm going to be meeting my mother and father within a couple of days. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me
to our WEAS studio.
Why, it's none other than that wealthy industrialist and Wall Street tycoon, Oliver Warbucks.
And now, Oliver Warbucks, I understand that you have something to tell the folks at home about wonderful little Annie here.
Yes, good evening, Bert Healy. Annie is an 11-year-old foundling who was left by her parents on the steps of New York's Municipal Orphanage on the night of December 31st, 1922.
And aren't you now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents?
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Turn page. Furthermore, I am offering a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow! Wow! So Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks here on this station, WEAF New York, or directly to him
at my home, Healy. At my home! At my home, Bert Healy, 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York.
That's 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York.
And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the makers of all new Oxident toothpaste with Miracle L64 to fight bad breath for letting me appear here this evening, and I just did a damn commercial. Grace, I've never talked about you like my life.
Thanks for dropping by, Oliver Warbucks. So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, there's $50,000 and a wonderful daughter waiting for you. So get in touch real soon. You hear?
Hey, Mr. Healy, ain't it time once again for those lovely Boylan sisters?
It most certainly is, Wacky. When I see by the old clock on the wall that another one of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by faster than you can say Occident. The toothpaste of the stars.
To make your teeth Hollywood bright.
So for all the Albert Smiles family, Bonnie, and Connie. The lovely Boylan sisters, ladies and gentlemen, Fred McCracken.
And Wacky.
This is Bert Healy saying, ha 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 ha. Hey, old woman, hey, downward and won't get your style. Draw your neck, fully dressed, now small. They stand out a mile, but rather your neck are fully dressed without a smile. Hey,
what I couldn't do with $50,000. Hate that Annie so much, you'd think I was her mother.
Excuse us, ma'am. We knocked upstairs, but no one answered. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah.
Oh, Ralph, I'm scared. Something could have happened to her.
Hush, Shirley. It's gonna be all right, Cheryl. She's gonna be here, and she's gonna be ours again. Ma'am?
What do you want?
Well, we had terrible troubles back then. We had to head north to Canada. Had to leave a baby here on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
Annie? You're Annie's parents?
Oh, please, nothing's happened to her.
Annie's parents? I can't believe it. Where'd you say you come from again?
We come from a little farm up in Canada,
Manitoba.
where they've got lots of chickens,
Little chickens.
and ducks,
Ducks.
and geese.
Geez, so we should see all the geese.
And roosters!
Gotcha, sis.
Oh God, Rooster! Never would have known it was you in 1,000 years.
Fooled ya, Aggie, and we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
This is going to be the best bunco job ever, Aggie. I know a guy out of jail who got her up a fake birth certificate, or any other papers you might want. We need your help, sis. Details about Angie that can help us pull this thing off.
Sure, I can help you. A lot. But what's in it for me, Ralph?
3-way split.
Half.
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 Half, half, half! Straight down the middle, 25 grand each. But we gotta do it fast, Aggie. Give him some of the old Rooster razzle-dazzle. In and out, 2-3 minutes at the most. Get the money, get the kid, and get the hell out of town.
Yeah, the kid, Annie. That's the problem. What are we gonna do with her afterwards?
Aggie, that's no problem.
When the rooster wants something to disappear, it disappears.
For good.
Rooster!
Come on, Aggie. We get the 50 grand, we blow this crummy town, and then Lil and me'll meet ya.
Where? Oh, yeah.
And President Roosevelt has so far lived up to none of his lofty campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust is a great deal of high-flown talk and virtually no action. In a nation racked by poverty, misery, and unemployment, it is deeds we want from the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you are listening, we've had enough of your fireside chats. It's time to...
Criticism. Damn it. Nothing but criticism. Damn it.
I know.
It's awful.
Has anyone seen the Washington Post this morning?
My friend, I say again, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Franklin, you've already been elected.
Every cloud is its silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a